tell you who I've been loving, yes. When I'm out with you, say that all night. I tell you who I've been loving, yes. When I'm out with you, say that all night.
When I wake up in the morning, I see your love face. It's like butter honey from a teacup. Take my breath away. Your pretty little fingers so tender, like petals from the morning dew. Your laughter a joy to remember. Heaven has blessed me with you. The very day you gave to me, my whole life became brand new. Because of you. Oh baby, I see me in your eyes. Oh baby, I see love in your smile. Tell me, could you, yeah. I understand. Tell me, could you, yeah. Oh baby, could you, yeah. Oh baby, could you, yeah. Oh baby, my baby, could you, yeah. Oh baby, could you, yeah. In the middle of the night, I wake up. When I hear you cry, it seems something binds us together. Supernatural. I can hardly live a moment without you, because of you. Oh baby, I see me in your eyes. Oh baby, I see love in your smile. Tell me, could you, yeah. I understand. Tell me, could you, yeah. Oh baby, could you, yeah. Oh baby, could you, yeah. Oh baby, my baby, could you, yeah. Oh my baby, could you, yeah.
Something is killing me slowly, and I'm feeling. Now I'm looking up to God. Oh. Yeah. Beg my tithe, I beg my dues. See distractions everywhere. Now me feeling emotion. I get to plenty, so many things that I really won't complain to you. See those people where they try to bring confusion in a brotherhood. Hey, Baba bless my family, bless my enemies, bless everybody. Together we be smiling. That's why we tell them say, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You promise I'll never be lonely. You go there beside me. We tell them say, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You promise I'll never be lonely. Say you go there beside me. Yeah. But they don't know what's up. I got this speaker. Now him where they put man on top. And now waiting this up. I'm down on my knees every day. I pray to God, I beg him say, make somebody follow. Cause now everything on the change. It be like sin and devil have been a person where they go. Send your power with the fire. Strike them down, they go tire. Show them say we God. I get deep into so many things that I really want to bring to you. Oh my God, you see those people when they try to bring confusion in a brotherhood. Hey, Baba bless my family, bless my enemies, bless everybody. Together we inspire me. That's why we tell them say, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You promise I'll never be lonely. You go there beside me. You tell them say, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You promise I'll never be lonely. Say you go there beside me. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't even think about it. I've been there before. I wanna give you license to take over the city. KGL, man, you call you coming for the money. Take it easy, don't complicate it. If I take simple, mommy, take time, don't rush it. Girl, you know me, you will be controlling. So we can stay out till the morning. Sweet lover, you're the only one. Pick up the phone, is it handy? Sweet lover, I wanna look at you, baby Kitoko, Katerina. Say whatever you say, she's my new lover. I deserve her. I wanna look at you, baby Kitoko, Katerina. Hey, say whatever you say, she's my new lover. I deserve her. I could be instructor, I could be your guide, I could be the leader, we could be your cool. I could be your vodka, if the heart is there, you don't have to worry, cause I'm looking for your love. These things I see you've been doing. I like it, baby, how you moving. You don't know you can do it yourself. They can wait, they can be calling myself. Mommy, yo, I think about showing you to mama. Baby, you the movie, you can stay for longer. You know me how you did the moody weekend. Call me anytime you can come over. Take it easy, don't complicate it. If I take simple, mommy, take time, don't rush it. Girl, you know me, the movie controlling. We can stay till the morning. Sweet lover, you're the only one. Pick up the phone, is it handy? Sweet lover, I wanna look at you, baby Kitoko, Katerina. Say whatever you say, she's my new lover. I deserve her. I wanna look at you, baby Kitoko, Katerina. Hey, say whatever you say, she's my new lover. I deserve her.
Girl, I got a thing for you. Green bean at the pack, I am the king for you. I don't care what them other guys bring to you. I got the loving to go fling to you. Passionate, let me hard as I sing for you. Baby girl, you know me, I cling to you. Oscar and London, I'll ring for you. Because you changed my life, so me into you. Talk about me dream, girl. You may see me needing on my world. Against girl, and bring it come. Against
Right. Hello. Good evening, sir. Hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Hello? No, you're very faint.
Can you hear me?
No, you're faint.
I don't think you can.
I don't
hear
know
me.
why.
Ahmed, can you hear me? Hello.
Sorry, say again.
No, he's speaking, but I can't hear him.
I'm coming. Oh,
Okay, hold it 1 minute, please.
okay. Just a second.
Okay. Just hold on 1 minute, please. I think you can hear me, but I can't.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. Oh, God. Hello?
Yeah, he's speaking, but I can't. Yeah, can you hear me, Uncle? No, you can't even hear me.
Hello?
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I can
hear
hear
you.
myself. Can you hear me, Uncle?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's very faint.
No.
Let
I
me
can
see.
hear whether. Check your microphone over there.
Yeah, my mic is good.
I don't think he's hearing me there.
Can you hear me? Doc, can you hear me? Hello?
Can
you hear me? Oh, what the hell? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's very faint.
Oh,
can you hear
yeah.
me?
I think I can, but it's not coming loud.
Can you hear me?
Just 1 sec.
Uncle, can you hear us?
Hello?
Uncle Ben. No, it's not here. It's not here. Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben.
Yeah. It's very.
It's gone off.
Yeah, I think it's on the line and your heart.
But we're live though.
Men for him from what I say. If I were my only casa, don't push anything.
Okay.
Just talk to him through the but yeah, then you bring him back. This is the life. You bring him back. 0-0. Yeah.
Right. He's come back again. Let's have a look this time around.
Can you hear me?
Right. Uncle's back.
Yeah. Uncle, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes, I can hear you now. Can you hear him?
No.
You can't hear him.
You can't hear me. Hey. But the mic was showing.
Uncle, we can hear you.
I know. The mic was showing very active before. Why?
Which Aben or user? Because okay.
Just hold on 1 sec, please.
Okay.
Viewers, just bear with us. I think we're having some technical hitches, but oh, Mike was muted.
No, that's not here.
That's not from here.
I'm just checking. Hello, Uncle.
He's not there. He's gone. What's that? I know back where wouldn't care if you go if you're normal one.
It's not here.
From
yes, because here if you test the playback, the playback.
Maybe you have to go back to off after we come back to life again.
Oh, just play something. Just play something. Play music. Play music.
Okay, so we need to take off the light. That's what I'm saying.
No, just play music. That's it.
See, I may not be strong, but after a while they will sing along.
Afraid Radio.
Hello, Uncle.
Yeah,
Can you hear?
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Explain some.
Okay. Right. I think it should be fine now. Can you hear me, sir, please?
Yeah, I can hear you, but can you hear me? Can you hear me? Damn.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear him.
Oh.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, good.
Mm.
The Skype, isn't it? Skype, isn't it?
No, it's the same thing.
Can we go back here then and do it here instead?
The same thing. No. If you don't know, also check the microphone or
other phone for the other. My phone for the other because I don't see why.
A link here.
So you play something, still play some music first.
Running to you. I've been running to you. Running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running to you. I've been running to you. Running to you. Anywhere that you go to.
DJ can be.
When I'm looking for trouble, it's cause I know that I got you. One in my best, everybody oh, and it's because of your
Send.
Finish it then.
Link can you be there?
Oh, okay. Let's sorry. Facebook link.
Oh, is it a Facebook link?
Oh, sorry. Yes, Uncle.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can't hear you, but it looks like you can hear us.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Check your microphone.
No, I've checked the mic. It's the first thing I do. I use StreamYard, so I know before I enter the studio, it's giving me that mic reception is great. So I don't know whether I selected because I selected Facebook.
So we put this thing on and then put it then go on. Yeah. 1 minute. I think we're going to do it this way. Right. I think we're going to use the phone rather. Can you hear me? Because I can hear you live on the phone.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you from the StreamYard.
Yes. Can you hear me on the phone?
I can hear you on the phone too. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear him on the phone. You want to give me a bit of volume? That's all.
Yes. Can you hear me now? Yes, I can hear you. I can't hear you through my earphones, but I can hear you from this other phone. Yeah, coming in is down. Shall I switch off and try switching on again?
What about it?
Yeah, open it. Let's see. Yes. Hello? Hello. Can you hear me now? I can't hear that much. That's what it is. Oh, man.
Are we still live? We testing on the job. Hello?
Yes, sir. Hello?
Yes, hello?
Yeah. I'm hearing you from the other phone, but not from the earphone.
Yeah, right.
Shall I switch off and try to switch on again?
You know what? Okay, that's fine. Let's do it this way. Anyway, let's go. I think that's fine.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, good evening and welcome. And first of all,
yes, we'd like to say that.
Okay. I can hear you now.
Yes, now you can hear me.
Yes.
That's fine.
Viewers, just bear with us. We're having a bit of technical issues, but thankfully all is well now. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Oh, dear. I don't know what's going on. I can't hear him anymore. Again, it's gone.
Oh, you can't hear
okay,
me?
sorry. Maybe because I put it on the speaker. That should be fine.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. I'm calling you back. I think our time is about 17 minutes eating into it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Finally, at least we get it sorted now. I want to thank you, first of all, for availing yourself to come on the program.
It's my pleasure. Okay.
Just bear with us. As you can see, I think we putting a bit of new machines into the system. So it's like we're testing you on we're testing this particular program on the job. First of all, I mean, when we were children, very, very pretty young, we were listening to your music. The reason I would want to introduce yourself, but not myself, but you, as for let this generation know who as Mr. Ben BRAKO.
I think this is a job that you will do far better than me, because you know the younger generation, and you know what to say.
Yeah, but I think when I introduce you, I'm only going to do just your name, but I believe you will define who you are. If, let's say, who is Mr. Ben?
Okay. Well, like my name is Ben BRAKO. I'm a Ghanaian and African high life musician. I've been in the industry for, it feels like thousands of years, but like it's like at least 35 years I've been in the industry of music in Ghana. So that's a pretty long time. And so these days they consider me one of the Mpenyinfo or the elders of high life music. But hey, I don't mind. I feel very young, but
you look very young, pretty young. You look really, really young.
Well, even more important, I feel young, which is a fantastic feeling, because if you feel old and you look young, it doesn't help a lot, so.
Okay. So where was Mr. Ben BRAKO born, please?
Yeah, I was born in Accra. Accra, yeah. In Accra proper, that was a long time ago, 1952. Most of your parents were not even born then. But hey, who's counting?
Right. And so where was this? Was it Accra? Which suburb?
Oh my God. Accra proper, like Jamestown area there, I don't know the exact location. I've been told that I was born in Accra. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So let's talk about were you adventurous as an CEO, or were you the calm type?
Both. I was very calm, but then still managed to uh, get things done. Play truant a bit, and do all the naughty things that children do. So,
Oh,
but people could not would not attribute that characteristic to me. You know, Uh,
the reason why I'm saying that when it comes to football, when it comes to music, when it comes to other public services, let's say anything relating or regarding entertainment like that, people believe that you have to be sort of bubbly out there and then you'll be able to do it. Otherwise, from where we come from, our parents does not condone to things like that, apart from allowing you probably to go to school. And so I assume you have to sort of have your own way of trying to convince them. Listen, I want to be a musician, Dad. I want to be a footballer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure your dad. I don't know how your dad took your music career, especially if you broke it down to him. That this is what you want to do.
well, the thing is that ever since I was a little boy, my family has known that I just love music. I love singing. And I'll be singing all the time. And up to now, I will stop singing, even when I'm by myself. When I'm in company, I just keep singing. And the thing is, when I was very young, my mom used to sometimes correct my singing because sometimes I'll get too nasal or I use too much falsetto or something. My mom would tell me, no, that doesn't sound great. Do it like this, do it like that. So, in fact, those days, because we didn't have a lot of entertainment equipment, we only had the Chim friend, his master's voice, the one that used to wind.
Gramophone or friend? Is it gramophone?
Well, it's before gramophone. This one here, you wasn't you didn't use electricity. You just had to wind it. You used a plate called 78, very fast.
Oh,
it looks like an album, but it's only one track because it's so fast that 78 rounds per minute. Whereas the LP is like 33 and a half. Rounds per minute. So we didn't have a lot of records. So when we had visitors and they finished all the music, then my parents would ask me to come and sing to entertain them. So I used to do that. So they knew that singing was my passion. So it wasn't surprising to them when I started singing like with my school band and stuff like that. But the only thing is that my mom told me that I should try and finish my first degree before, if I want to do music. I still want to do music, then I can do that. Yeah.
How did you take it? How did you take that? Because some don't take it lightly. I mean, probably people assume that if you are trying to honor your wish as with respect to what you want to do in future, you're seen as somebody who is not, if not stubborn child, somebody who seems to be kicking against the parents' wish.
Yeah, well, I didn't kick against that. I mean, I was also interested in expanding my mind, learning a lot, and I mean, at that time, when I finished O levels, for instance, I was like 16, and I finished my sixth form. I was like 18. Then, so going to the university, I finished the university, it took me 4 years. And so I was about 22 when I finished the university. So I was still relatively young, It's just that, when I finished the university, I had to do national service where I taught, I was a teacher at Achimota School.
Right.
And then I did I worked with other companies before eventually, getting back into music, my original love.
Right. So, I mean, was it some sort of a first single you released after some few rehearsals, or you were playing right away? You joined some group, or what happened?
No, the thing is, I was the singer for the school band, the secondary school band. That's I guess it's called.
Right.
We had a band called Famous Flames, and the thing is, during the summer vacations, we would go out and play with the professional bands. So we played with all these bands, Blank Santiago's, El Polos, you name it. You know, we played with them all over the country during the holidays. But the thing is, those days we used to play just copyrights, you know.
Right.
We played James Brown, Otis Redding, Beatles, Percy Sledge, you know, you name it, and just one or two like African tracks. So when I was in the university, I started writing my own songs, you know. So in my final year, I decided to form a band,
right,
to test my music. So I formed a band called Agromba Guduriba, you know, as Legon, and we played just 2 gigs, but they were all my songs. And interestingly enough, about even 5 years after I left Legon, people still remembered, you know, the songs that I played. So I realized that my songs had an impact, and I put it at the back of my mind. So after some time, I just got tired of not being in music.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm rather hearing from this side of the studio, but okay. Right. So let's talk about how you took it professionally. It looks like when you were, you know, playing concurrently with the band, or as you mentioned, playing school and all that. When did you go solo or single, and then practically or took it as your sole profession?
Well, I was the commercial manager and general manager for Alpha West Africa Lines in Tema for quite a few years. Then I worked with the famous Kwanzaa at his company called Film Africa. You know, we traveled all over, you know, selling love brewed in the African ports. And then after that, I worked with my friend's company called EcoDoc Agencies, and then I set up my own commercial consultancy center. But you know, I was traveling the world, I was having fun, but somehow there was something missing in my life. So I decided to get into the music. So I left Ghana and went to live in London, and then, you know, reincarnated myself as a musician. Because in Ghana I was in the business cycles, and it was difficult for me to get back.
You reincarnated yourself. I see. You went down the you went into hiding and then resurfaced yourself again.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway, so you remember your first album or your first single?
Oh, I remember my first single. First, I did a single. It was called One Man No Chop. You know, I just wanted to test the recording industry, you know, the system, how to record. So I did a single called One Man No Chop, and you know, I didn't even promote it, but somehow, you know, some of it got through to Ghana, and there was a guy called Carl Ajiman Bannerman, who was one of the top DJs at GBC at that time. He got wind of it, you know, heard it and loved it, and you know, kept pestering me. So that was my first recording, and so because Carl encouraged me, I decided to I'll go and record an album, you know, because I'd written all these tracks when I was in Lagos. So I went into the studio and I recorded everything, and then came out with the album Baya, which
I think it's the network. Yeah.
Are we okay? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. I think it's just the network. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, right. And so when you went solo, is that when you? How was it? How was it? You know, how was it occurring to you? Were you feeling like, am I really going to survive with this? If I have to take it as my sole profession now that I want to do solo music.
No, I didn't even think about it. I just dove straight into it because I felt that it was my calling.
Yeah.
I felt that it was my calling, and I just went into it. I had job offers, from shipping companies and all that. I didn't mind any of them. I just wanted to do music. And when I recorded my first album, it was such an instant hit that I had all the encouragement that I needed, to carry on. So I was playing gigs, I was doing all kinds of things, and then doing some more recordings and stuff like that.
Okay. Now, as time has proven, with your contemporaries like, may his soul rest in peace, Jualaka, name them, Papa Kwesi Yankson, I mean Bob Cole and all that. I know his trace is actually from where I understand to be Liberia or something, but the rest of these West from the best from the West, like we have an Ambule and all these
CK Man,
CK Man, the only league of your colleagues. And when you look at what is happening today, if you look at music, how do you find it? How do you see music? How, in a summary, well, how would you see music?
Well, I think music, like any form of culture, is a dynamic thing. It never stays the same. It changes, and the changes are controlled by things like technology, and various other circumstances. I know that our high life music changed quite a bit during the Rollins era when there were curfews, and nightlife died. So most of the musicians actually went outside of the country to try and earn a living. And those who were left in Ghana, fortunately for them, that marked the beginning of the digital age, and they were able to do music on computers. And so they started doing hip hop at first, and then they changed it to hip life by putting high life rhythm over their raps, which was a great move forward. And then I think that high life started coming back, so I think that it's all good. People complain a lot about the current music, but it's all part of an evolution, so right now you can see that we do get some very, very good high life tunes coming up. I mean, Bisekede has done very, very well with high life. Kofi Kinata, has done great and is still doing great, So I mean, and some of the rap artists are doing very, very well, So I really don't want to put a damper on it. I think that it's all part of the process.
I see. I want to believe that, as you say, you play music for about coming up to 3 decades, I suppose.
It's more than 3 decades, yeah.
There you go, over 40 years.
Actually, I played music all my life, but I was doing other things. I wasn't as a professional,
Yeah. So in about 5-10 years, are you still going to be this active in music?
Well, that is in the lap of the gods. I mean, I don't even know if I'll be alive tomorrow. So
let's hope you will be alive. But is this something you hope to, see yourself either?
As long as I live, and I have the energy
or something, yeah.
Yeah, as long as I live and have the energy, music is in me. I do it all the time. Ever since I was born, I've been singing and humming, and I'm still doing it. Yeah.
What would you like to tell somebody who takes music as his or her profession that would want to get into it? I mean, I believe that you didn't have what we call just like jobs, for example. When I traveled here, until I realized that there's something we call career development, with respect to jobs. But then when it comes to music, not that I know of, but is there something you would want to advise anybody who want to sing? What are some of the steps you would want the person to take?
Well, thing is, if you have the passion and you start following the passion, by actually doing it, and you go for excellence, the gods will contrive to make you successful. You don't have to wait for a golden opportunity. Just start in any endeavor in life. If you believe in something, you just start, and you find that if you are passionate and you're genuine about it.
About the music and how time has changed it, for example. I mean, now everybody wanna rap. I remember the likes of, if I want to say, when after your contemporaries or your league of players like the Daddy Lumbas and the Kudrenchi and all that, with these young artists like Sarkodie and a few of them, they all trying to inculcate back the rap into their music, but that's not what they were noted for, and so it looks as if it's becoming like a rap as the order of the day. You have anything to say about, must every musician go with the current brand of current way of music?
No. I mean, people find their own levels. There are those who can't sing to save their lives, but they rap like wizards. Okay, so they can only do rap. But if you can do it good and you get accepted, that's fine. There are those who can only sing, can't do rap. If their singing is good and they bring out good products, that's fine. But there are others too who can both rap and sing, and good luck to them. So they manage to combine it very well.
The line is cut again. I can hear you. Okay, I think it's the reception. Maybe it'll come, just that because it's the internet. What I was saying is this. I couldn't hear the last bit you threw in because the internet was breaking. If you want to repeat that, I'm not sure if we can get you this time, please.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, you can't hear me.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what is this?
Yeah, I can't hear you that loud, but yeah, go on. Yeah, I can hear you now. Good, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I think my phone has got something to do with it because I have to keep it active.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I was saying is that so long as it's good music, so long as it our people can identify with it, so long as it emanates from our culture, I'm good with it. What I am opposed to is trying to create music that is totally foreign. You understand? You can take, because even her life has foreign elements. Right. You understand? Because I mean, even the instruments we use in the music today, they were not original traditional musical instruments. So we brought in the guitar, brought in the keyboards, brought in the drums, but those are all foreign entries, but we've adapted them to our rhythms. Okay, so if we do that, then we are fine. Okay, because everybody borrows something, Yeah, but when people do too much, they don't put in their own rhythms, then I have a bit of a problem with that.
Do I have to believe, as a common person, if I'm not in this game, that music is what do you call it? Is lucrative work, because at the end of the day, you don't get people just singing unless maybe they become extremely good, like the likes of yourself and few other people who think, you know what, I can survive on music now. But is this something that has that can keep a man on a very a wealthy life?
Well, it could. I mean, and the thing is, you have to accept that for you to survive on it, you have to be good enough that people seek you and people patronize you. Okay. So that's one of the things. The thing is, if you are really passionate about what you're doing, you do not look at the money. If you go in it for money, then you are doing the wrong thing. But if you do whatever you do, if you do it good enough, the money will come. That's my philosophy. Yeah.
Well, so the reason I ask that is you don't get some of them, flourishing that much. Don't get that enough productivity, or that's what you just a handful. Like I can just name a few who have survived with music. Some get to the middle of the wave and then it blows them back. What could be the problem then? Is it the person is not born with the music? I want to believe they are said, segregations. People are born to sing, just like football. People are, pick up the talent here on earth, and people, by birth they had it.
Yeah, there is different factors that influence this. Some people are great musicians, people love them, and they're still not successful because maybe they don't know how to manage themselves, or they don't have proper management. And this is one of the key things about our music industry, is that we didn't have good professionals doing the various aspects, like management, like promoters, like equipment, like venues and stuff like that. Okay, but there's some people too who are so sure that with very little music they still make money. So it's a difficult thing to put your hands on, but I think if you play your cards right and you manage yourself well and you're good, you should be okay.
The reason I'm saying this, lately, most people, with respect to the hardship in our system, probably if not global, they call it global recession. Things are difficult. And so if I get to, let's say, Form 5 or Upper 6 or GSS 2, it gets to a point, I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just gather myself and see if music would be a better option instead of sitting in class and all these things I'm taught for all of my deaf years?
Yeah, see, that is a calculation, and it carries its own risk. I think that if you are passionate about something, nothing can stop you from pursuing it. But if you're not sure what you want to do, then you have to do some calculation. But it's as simple as that. And you see, it's not just in Ghana. Everywhere there are majority of like musicians everywhere. They are not financially successful. It's just a handful of people who are able to make a great living from their art. Okay. Because when you look into it, you find that there are fantastic singers, but maybe they they're not able to get on because they want to do their own songs and they're not good songwriters. It's a whole different art form. You see what I mean? Or they have a kinky habit that stops them from progressing, or they are indisciplined, about their art form. All kinds of things can come in. There's no hard and fast rules, that if you do this, you'll be successful.
Yeah. Can one sense it? Can you tell whether you're giving that as a talent, or you have to be able to explore a little bit to find out? Like you, for example, you can tell, as you said, you've been singing all your life. I mean, I'm sure without music, no life. I mean, there has to be some sort of music every day, every time, anywhere. Can one
Yeah,
tell?
I think one can tell, but you have to. People have to like reflect yourself to you so that you know. You see what I mean? For instance,
Mm,
I was a
mm,
very successful business executive for years in Ghana, but I still didn't get fulfillment.
mm,
So that's why I decided that look, I've got to do this music because otherwise, one day when I'm old and shriveled and all that, I will be regretting that I could have done musical, that kind of stupidity, So I said no, I got to do this, Come
mm.
hell or high water, I'm going to do it,
Yeah.
So I made
I
a lot of sacrifices, to
mm,
to to do music.
mm. Now you at your age, I mean, as we're saying, you don't have much time on your hand to sing. If not, I believe that people get to their old ages, they sing very well. I mean, the E.T. Mensons and all that. I believe they grew, they were still singing and that. Um, is it a sole career? Would you advise that people should just do music, even if you excel in that business? Must you just music, or do you think you can do something alongside that?
Yeah, different people, have different combinations. You have somebody like Jay-Z, you know, who does a lot of business together with the music. And you
Mm,
have people who are just pure music, and wouldn't,
okay.
can't touch anything else, won't touch anything. It's a whole spectrum. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
yeah.
And there are people who do music and they are doing other things. I remember that there was um, one of the top music people in Ghana at that time. What's his name? He had equipment. He had a band. I think he had a Black Beats band, but he was
Mm,
like a principal secretary at the ministries.
okay.
You know, but his love was music was so strong that all his free time was spent doing music. He created
Mm.
bands. He recorded and all that. You know, uh, so I mean, it's different strokes. You know,
It's not like football. People assume it has a short career. I know Amapino, the likes of that, been singing years ago,
hmm
and they still singing. Now let's move on to another area of the interview as we come into latter parts of our interview.
hmm
Now, in this contemporary times,
hmm
as I talk about the hardship in our country, people take to music as another means of survival. Um, People, if you don't have the talent, if you can tell yourself that, listen, because I, for one, if you give me mic, I think I'll hold it till the day break. There's nothing going on because I don't have the voice to think. Would you appeal those idea to people that, listen, I think music is if you think once you can sing, would you just advise people to go on and sing, or would you advise people to really check themselves if they have the inner calling that, listen, music is what I'm meant to do? Because the reason I'm asking, sometimes you listen to some music and instead of dancing to it, you don't just leave it, but you just sleep or something. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. I have listened to. I don't want to say that some. I know that if I should mention names, well, I'm not a music. What's the name? Like a music analyst or something. But
hmm
we enjoy good tunes, and some of the music we listen to it and we're like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you see, music also is a business, and uh, you find that
The
some
network.
songs that become hits. Sorry, it's
That's
gone
coming
again.
from your end. If you want to check.
Hello.
Oh yeah, so it does come from your end. Yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised because it has nothing. This phone has nothing to do with it, but it's controlling the
I think it's the
audio.
internet because it's a core version. I think it's just the internet. Yes. So, I mean, why? Why should we listen to music and instead of dancing to it as a tune that keeps us jiggy? we're like, come on, man, DJ, can you change the song, please?
Well, if you want to dance, it's not every type of song that is danceable to. That
Yeah.
will rock you. Some music is for thinking, it's for listening, and some music is for both dancing and listening and enjoying. So there's also a whole spectrum of types of music, and different, brands of music. So it's neither here nor there, I don't think that um you can say you want to say that, okay, I'm doing music just to get people dancing. You can get music like that. Maybe it will not be memorable, but it will make you dance. But the greatest thing is to have music that you can dance to, that you can listen to, that you can understand, and then that after the show you're going home, or after the radio, listen to the radio, you're humming the song because it has penetrated your inner self. Okay. For me, that is the optimum. That you hear a track, and then it resonates in you so much that you keep humming it. It keeps coming to you.
How does it make you a special musician if you could play a live band and then all these electrical gadget stuff, like what we experiencing lately, based on the inclination of computer?
Well, you see, it doesn't really matter a lot. People get used to systems and they think that that's the ultimate because that's what they've gone with. But things change, things evolve, and so long as it can be used to create music, that's what's important. I don't think we should get stuck up with the systems, but rather the art.
Yes,
the art is more important. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, I've got so many questions for you on my Facebook. Oh, wow. Right. So some say, Uncle Ben, we've really enjoyed your music the whole life of yours. This is coming from Next Chief Fabo or something. I don't know where he's trying to write, but he's saying that well, earlier he said we can hear you, but I can get equally Ben from Streatham. He's saying Ben BRAKO is a legend and he needs to be celebrated. We don't honor our musicians. How true is this?
Oh, it's very true. It's very true to a large extent.
This is not a good news.
Yeah, but I don't think you go into that to be honored. For me, that's a bonus. You do it because it satisfies something inside you.
Right.
Okay. I mean, for the real genuine musicians, yes. I mean, there are people who do music because they are good at it and it pays. But if you give them more money, they will easily switch to something else. You understand? Even though they are good, but to have that passion and you need to do it to satisfy your inner self, your soul, your spirit, because your spirit soars, when you're in music,
Would you account this to self-blame, especially those who sing and it gets to a point in life, you realize life is not treating them well, just like a movie star. Some until we hear from them, you realize life has not been good for them. Would you say it's solely responsible to themselves?
Well, it's difficult to say. Some people fall by the wayside because they lose interest. Some people don't expect success and get success, so much success and so much acclamation that they lose themselves. They cease to be who they are, and they start trying to be the image that has been created for them. You understand? That's the difference, between the image and the real self. And I think that if you can keep in touch with your real self, then you can endure, and it's not easy, sometimes adulation can ruin you, because
Go on, sir. I don't want to come in when you're done.
No, I'm
Go on,
saying
you were saying
that extreme adulation can ruin you because sometimes it's difficult to come to terms with why people are so, set on you, because, you feel like a very ordinary person, and, to even come to terms with that, it's not easy always. And a lot of people fail that test. Yeah.
With the issue of being honored as musicians, especially when it's their time or they become veterans and can no longer sing, even on their deathbeds, they don't get things like state barriers and people being honored when they put their mics down, living the life. I'm sure that is why somebody's asking whether our musicians are being honored, like Nanam Padu and the likes. I mean, one like him, and out of the several ones, few are being honored, but some of them, as I was saying, on what perspective would you say musicians are not honored, or we underrate them?
Well, you see, for me, I'm talking purely from the point of view of a culture like ours, where musicianship is not really a commercial thing. You understand? And the fact that even people play your songs, use your songs, and don't feel that they have to reward you for using your music. The idea of intellectual property is a commercial concept, which is not part of our makeup. So you still can't get radio stations to pay for the music they use in Ghana, because they think that Afro music there, it is a public property. So in that case, when a society has benefited from your work and your sweat so much, then it is befitting for the society to honor you. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talk much about heritage, culture, tradition, and all that. And then I can see you blending with it, with their way of fashion and things like that. Where did you get these energy from? Is it you're living here? Because as far as I'm concerned, you're Ghanaian. And then about most part of your life, you lived abroad. Where do we get these energy from? Is it from back home, or is it something? It doesn't matter where you are.
It doesn't matter where you are. It's your mindset that's important. And you see, the thing about me is that I haven't changed. You see, no. If you listen to my songs, my very first song, you see me in it. You listen to a song like Etei, and what is talking pure culture.
Right.
And I wrote this when I was in the university, very young guy. You listen to Mokomu Krum, you listen to even maybe hair, and it's all that. We're talking home stuff, we're talking about being yourself, understanding who you are. We're talking about giving honor and respect to where you come from, to Nanano, because they sacrifice a lot to put you where you are. And suddenly you drop all that and look down upon it, and then copy others who are actually trying to change you, not because they love you, but they want your money. So now you start wearing suits, you start eating their food. Like Ghana now, we import, most of our money goes to importing food. Isn't that ridiculous? Even palm oil were imported. So there's something wrong with following other cultures. What is in your environment is sufficient and has been sufficient all these years to keeping our people together, and as genuine, strong, civilizations. And suddenly, if you don't speak English, you're not part of it.
Oh dear.
And we're not trained in our culture. We don't even know how to speak traditionally when we get into company.
Right.
So it's just anyway.
Yeah, before I let you go, let's see what you have for Londoners. I mean, as I was talking to you before this interview, I told you this is your house. England is your house anyway. So we would have loved to come and then rock us within the December as Masio we're planning, but I bet we have a short period of time. So we're gonna wait maybe after Easter or something. Would you want to come and rock us here?
Oh, I would so love to do that. I miss England for that. I had some of my best shows there. And my start in professional music was in England, so it means a lot to me. Yeah.
So should we look forward to it that Easter you be around and then make us enjoy the Easter festivities?
Yes, I mean you get your promotion cap on and organize it, and I'll definitely come.
All right. Finally, what would you say to your fans who will be waiting to welcome you, and then I'll leave you to go. It's I know it's not too late. It's afternoon in the US, but here it's coming up to 8:10. Any final words to your fans?
Yes,
in the UK?
I want all my fans to know that whatever I am is because of them. So I really appreciate when somebody takes the time to tell you that they love your music, they think you're special, that kind of thing, and it means the world to me. So I'm also dying to give back to my fans, and I would do anything in my power to come to England and do a couple of shows. It'll be a blessing for me.
You like football?
Yeah, I love football.
What team do you see to be the best team in the world?
Well, actually, when I was in England, the team that I fell in love with was Tottenham.
The Hotspurs. Yeah,
Hotspurs. They were always very special, but not exactly winners. There are those who go in for the winning, and there are those who go in for the sport itself.
Right.
Funny enough, all my sons who are mostly in England, they are Arsenal fans.
Dear. Right. Your favorite food?
Well,
I love the fum. Say fum.
I had fum.
When was the last time you did it?
Oh, the fum. It's a form of benku in a way.
Yeah, the same.
So, yeah. I mean, I love those foods. It's just incredible. Yeah. But any food that is cooked well, that tastes great. Hey, I'm all for it. But I love my traditional food. I love apop in them.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. For it's actually an honor to come on our show to have a discussion with you over, your talents and then all you've entertained us with. We do appreciate it. I want to say thank you very much, sir, and do have a good evening.
Oh, thank you very much. And the same to you. Yeah. Remain blessed. Yeah. Okay.
Man.
All right.
Thank you very much. Okay. Bye. Oh dear. So that was Uncle. That is our Uncle Ben BRAKO. We had a discussion with over his musical career and all that. And so we want to say thank you for all of those who joined us. Hopefully, my next guest, normally I like to surprise you. I don't want to mention the name. So we'll see you hopefully next time on Dr. Morton Show. Do have the best of the evening.